Hey guys, welcome to Green Creek Farms. I'm Scott. What we're going to do today is we're going to look at a lift that's got a little issue, and I'm going to show you some of the things that's going on with it. I've got several jobs going on around the farm right now, and I'm going to see if I can name a few of them. One of them is my zero-turn lawnmower. Weather permitting, I'm going to try to go out there and see if we can find out why it won't run. You know, I don't do lawnmower videos, but it just quit on me while I was mowing, and I'll see if I can show you what happened to it when it quit. Along with we're trying to finish up this track hoe we got here. I got a lot of stuff to do to it. I might show a little bit of it as we go along. We're trying to, I think we're fixing to post a video on it now, or real soon anyway. And we'll try to continue on. There's just a lot going on right now at the farm, and you know, I'm working kind of by myself right now. And the problem we've got is that grass mowing is you know, coming into effect right now. So I'm having to mow grass a lot of times, but right now the weather is not letting us do that. We're having rain all week. I'm in northeast Alabama, and as you can see, if you look at the weather map, you can see that there's weather coming across all week long this week, so I may not even be able to work outside. So some of this gives me time to do some of these videos inside. So y'all stay with me today. Hopefully you enjoy it, and we'll continue on. So here we go. Okay, this is not a video on the lift, but if you can see, this is a 12,000 pound lift. It goes way up, got a crossbar. We got it installed and mounted, and I've already used it on one vehicle, but the problem is, and I don't know if you can see this or not, but with this angle, I'm gonna set it down on this camera down on the floor so you can see. Look at that front arm right there, how it's up in the air. The front arm right here is up, you know, off the ground, but this arm is almost dragging the ground. As you can see, we got some excess slop in that pin, and it's on both sides. This one on this side as well is doing the same thing. It's actually like right on the ground, you can see there, and the pins are a little floppy and loose right here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take this pin out, measure the diameter of the pin, but I'm also going to measure the hole, see if the hole in this is worn. I don't feel like this is where the trouble is. Seems like me and my son already took this apart and looked. The wire seems to be here. So, but what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to probably bore this out right here and this out to a bigger size and get a larger pin so we can get this slop out of this thing. But it works fine, but the problem is it causes me to have to use those back risers way up in the air, and the front one's not as high. I've taken the front ones off because it wouldn't try to come out from under the car, but I've got front risers as well. There they are. That's the front riser right there upside down. But it goes down in there further, and on the back it goes in more, and it makes instead of the car sitting like this, it's sitting kind of like this, which is a little dangerous. I don't think I'm actually changing the weight ratio any, but I'm just kind of putting a little more stress on the back of the lift, and if you will. I mean, I don't know if I like that or not, but if I have to do some more work, I can still use this thing like it is, but I want to fix this where these will be straightened up, and this will be up more of a level with the rest of it instead of it dragging down. I bought this lift used. It was a real bargain price on this thing, and you know, new ones, you know, 12,000 pound could cost up around $10,000, but this one wasn't that much. I got a good deal. So we'll work along, and toward the end, I'll try to give you an idea of what I paid for this thing. So y'all just stay with me, and we'll continue on. Alright, what I'm doing first, I'm going to see if this pin here is, it is a little loose there. I don't know, it's not. Now there's just very little movement there. But in here, got a lot of movement. So I don't know. I wonder if I couldn't just go with a little bit bigger pin. Maybe go just a hair bigger and then see what happens. I mean, that there is wallered pretty bad, but this is not. See, the problem is this is a lot thinner metal here. It's still pretty thick. It's probably, I don't know, that's probably, oh, that's 1/4 inch thick here, but this is 1/2 inch thick. I mean, it's really thick, and I'm not getting the waller in it as much. Let's go in from the bottom here, see what happens. There's a little bit of waller there, and there's a little bit of here, and a lot there. I mean, there's a huge amount of water there, you know, and the same here. I wonder if I couldn't maybe put a bushing in here, and then maybe go up to a little bit bigger size pin. Let me measure this with a micrometer here, this hole, and see what it looks like. Yeah, it's been kind of eat out a little bit. I can feel, instead of it being flat and smooth, it's got a little notch right there. So it's been water. This lift's been overloaded pretty bad. So let's see if I can figure out what's going on. Alright, we got a little bit of a change in plans. I know the video is cut off here, but I've raised this truck up in the air. This is another day, so I'm sorry I didn't get to video all this, because like I say, I work by myself, so this is about all I can do. Got this truck lifted up in the air. I got to take a bunch of tools out of it, and I'm trying now to go get the Dodge truck crank, because I've got to drive it up to the river to fix a boat prop on my brother-in-law's boat. So I'm going to do that. I got to get a wrench here to fix the battery cable, and then I need a hammer. I'll do this in a few minutes. I'll do this with a hammer in a few minutes. I think I'll go right now. We're just trying to get the Dodge started. Comes the sun right after a good hard rain, and makes the humidity really good. So it's like that looks good. Oh, that cable there looks good. Let's see if it'll do anything here. Right, here's a negative lead. Positive. I think I gotta unplug that. Wasn't getting any power a few minutes ago, so I don't know. We'll see. Maybe that was the problem. I don't know. Came on, but we ain't got no. We're not getting any power. That light should be lighting up right there. I don't know what's happened. Make sure we ain't got a blown fuse. Let's hit override. Maybe that did it. I hit override. Maybe that'll get it to go. Maybe it's because the battery's just dead. Ah, there we go. Let's see what that did. Turn the radio off. Radio's loud. Thing ain't been cranked in probably 6 months. Can you see how good it runs? This is the SSR type. This is not the one that you buy for all the boats. What I did is I pushed this rubber thing out of the center of that right there, so now that's kind of soft, and I'm gonna find a socket that'll go in there and catch all the way around that, try to see if I can drive that whole thing out, because I got to get past this is what I got to do. So let me try that. I'll find a socket that fits it. This 1 inch is just a little bit small, but it'll go right down into that and on top of those rubber pieces, I hope. Let's see if I can knock them out. Try it right here on the ground. There it went. Came right out. And see, it ain't hurt. It's okay. That's what's blowing my mind. I think it's that piece. I'll show you when I go put it back together what the guy told me that it probably is. So we're gonna replace this anyway, but to make sure. But anyway, here we go. I'm gonna take all these tools with me too, along with this. So look at that. See if I can put this thing back together now. Set the prop right there. Put everything's in that. like get the directions here, make sure I do this right. This goes in like this. And it don't take much to get it down in there. We just got to kind of tap it down in there. Like that. Alright. She's tapped in. That's in. And we're going to turn it over. Let's go a little further with it. It's not far enough down in there. I don't have my hammer with me, so to keep from getting out, I'm going to just use this wrench here. Knock that on down. Alright. That's got it. And then this goes on like this. Yeah. This goes on like this. And then this hub goes on like this. There we go. That's got it. And then the nut. Wait, no, the locking nut. This guy has to go. There's a little tab here and a tab here. Goes across that tab like that. And then we tighten this down. Put it on the socket. Alright. Alright. And then we bend these tabs up right here so they will be tied against the nut. Get it up against there. My leg's in the way. Let me get my body out of the way here so I can tighten that little lock tab up. So that way it's locked on both sides. That way the nut won't come loose. Alright.
Herbert, say hello. Yeah. Good boy. Good boy.
Okay, and I said at the beginning of this that I'd tell you what was wrong with this zero turn. We got it drug up here into the shop, and I'm gonna show you what I found. I've already fixed it, but basically it was this fuse right here. Now let's see the big one. There's like a 30 amp fuse right here, and it was corroded. It wasn't the fuse, it was the fuse holder was corroded right here and wasn't letting power get through. So I had to clean that connection, and the little jewel just cranked right back up again. So that was a simple fix and not a whole lot to the video, but we got her done. This is basically, I'm gonna call this our baby bush hog. So she's got mud tires on her. It's a Husqvarna, and we've had it about 7 years. And all we've had to do is put like maybe belts on it and pulleys and change the oil, and it cranks right up every time. And the tractor tires helps us with going around rough terrain with it, and we do that. But we use the nice one now to mow the big fields, and this is our dog that we treat pretty rough. So there you go.